Good Friday morning. There will be no April Fool's jokes today. I'm way too tired. I was up all night last night. I got about 4 hours sleep, so it'll be a little bit of a struggle today. We got 10 lawns on the schedule, but one of them we're not going to do today. We're going to make it 9 because I want that lawn to line up next week, and 4 more days won't kill me. So I'm going to let that lawn go. Maybe it's 3 days. I don't know. What's today? Friday. It's going an extra week, and now is the time to go the extra week, not in a month. So I want to get those lawns lined up together, so that way that's all 3 of them. And you know from watching past videos, it's where I have 2 side by side, and then there's 1 behind them. The backyards touch. So I want those 3 to be together on a group. I was going to do it 1 lawn and then that one, but because I have 1 lawn that just doesn't line up either. So I'm going to do that one today, the 1 lawn that's not lining up. I'm going to do that one today because they haven't been done yet this year. And so that's going to be about one of the last ones I got to do that hasn't been done yet, I believe. I gotta look. But I think everybody that we're doing today has already been done once this year. So that's going to make things a little bit easier. So that gives us 9 lawns to do, with 2 of them being my neighbor. 10 yards if you count my house, because I do my house with my neighbor. My 2 neighbors there. Damn, that car's up my ass. So, but I mean, I could do my yard. Sometimes I do my yard, or I'll do my neighbor's yard and my yard together when I sharpen blades and stuff like that, because I always like to put my mower back together and then run it to make sure, you know, there's no issues, I didn't mess anything up, everything's back together the way it's supposed to be, you know, and everything works good. So we'll see. Rain's in the forecast. Our weather alert, weather radar, weather radio, whatever the hell it's called, went crazy this morning, talking about all types of bad stuff. So I gotta watch out for that. I guess some tornadoes went whipping through Alabama or Mississippi or something like that. Maybe Louisiana, somewhere around the south there. Some tornadoes ripped through. So hopefully everybody's okay. Any of my subscribers and stuff that live out in that area, I hope you guys are okay. But we're gonna start off right now with some gasoline. I need some gasoline, and then we're gonna stop by the store and we're gonna get some strong coffee. I can't jerk around with my 15 or 50% caffeine free that I use. We're gonna have to go a little bit stronger. So we're gonna get gas, we're gonna get coffee, and then we're gonna go up the road a little bit and knock out the first yard. Got some invoices to drop off while I'm up in that area from yesterday's work. I didn't pre-print them because I just didn't know about the rain. So we'll drop a couple of those off while we're up there, and we're going to make our way back down here to where we have a group of yards. Like I said, we got 1 up there, and then we come down and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 right there. So we'll just, you know, 1 yard at a time, and try to beat this rain that is definitely inbound. So that's the deal there. Any major changes? No, but I do have new clients I got to call back today, but I'm not calling them right now. See, I have a problem saying no. I really do. I have a problem saying no. It's very hard for me to tell a customer no, or a prospect no. It's like I might not have time, and I feel bad. So I don't want to call these people that are asking for my service, because I don't want to hear them beg that they want to be done for the weekend. I want to call them when I'm done with my last lawn, and then I'll see where we stand for the day. We'll see what the weather's doing. And if I have to, or if I can, then I'll go back up there and service those yards today. If not, not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm struggling for work here. I'm almost at a point where I'm about to start leaving the generic message like I had last year, telling people that I'm no longer accepting new clients for lawn care. and you know, only accept clients for pressure washing. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. Let me get gas and I'll be right back. All right, so we are 2 weeks into the season, and I got about 50 hours on my machine, on my Gravely already. I told you I put a lot of hours on my mowers, man. My mower hours run up fast. We're probably gonna have, I'd be willing to say, by the end of this season, I bet I'm gonna have about 1,000 hours on that machine. Pretty darn close to it. Pretty darn close. I mean, we're already over 50, and we're at week 2, and I barely used it before the season. I think I got it to what, 20? So I mean, we did 15 hours. I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of hours on that machine. So I mean, my first impression about it right now, I like it. I'm not in love with it. I mean, it's a $3,500 compact zero turn. It's not a $6,000 mower. So the first thing I have to do is I have to understand that. Okay, I'm not going to be able to cut as fast as a $6,000 or $7,000 mower. That's just, you know, right there. I mean, that's just the truth. But it is running good. I did have a problem with the belt, but I do believe that was my fault. I think I put pressure on the blades I shouldn't have, and I think I caused the belt to kind of do like a whiplash and come off the pulley. So that's noted. I won't do that again. I'll be more careful. But it's comfortable as hell. It's cutting good. I got no complaints about its cut. It's discharging great. The deck isn't collecting a whole bunch of clippings like real bad or anything like that. So, you know, it's efficient. I'm doing, God, there's a guy with a sign with yard signs, lawn care, starting at $50. I'd be surprised if he's getting calls. Starting at $50. I mean, holy cow. Maybe starting at $40 and not include, but around here? Man, I don't know. Maybe. But man, I wish him luck. I mean, that'd be great if he can get $10, $50 yards. That's $500. If you can get it. I just don't see people reading that sign and going, yes, $50, maybe $60. It says starting, so maybe we can get it for $60, maybe $70, maybe, just maybe, $70. I don't know, man. I just think that's a little bit high for a yard sign. I mean, you got to hook. You know what I mean? You got to hook them. Maybe they're starting at $40. Maybe they're starting at $30, and that's just mowing. And if you want trimming and edging and you want stuff like that done, then, you know, we're going to go up to 40. You want hedges, we're going to go up to 50. Maybe something like that. But this neighborhood, I don't know, man. I have a hard time getting people to come off $40 bi-weekly. So, good luck. If you watch this video, good luck, buddy. I hope you get it. I mean you no harm at all. It's fantastic. So, I definitely don't have to worry about being underbid by them. So it is a comfortable mower. I mean, everything so far seems to be working out well. The blades are staying nice. We're not cutting the thickest of shit just yet. We do have a lot of crazy weeds, but that's burning off. Those are going to burn off here real soon, and the centipede grass will come out of its dormancy in the next week or two and really start taking back over the lawn and choke out the weeds. I mean, that's just typical. That's just the way it is. So it seems to be efficient. I did 12 yards the other day without putting any gas in it. And then when I did put gas in it yesterday morning, I put, you know, it wasn't on empty. There was still, you know, there's like a little sight window. You can see where your, you know, where your fuel level is. There was still a substantial amount of fuel in there, probably enough to do a couple more yards. So when I filled it up out of my 5-gallon jug, I had like maybe 2.5 gallons, and it topped it off. So it didn't leave me much, you know, at the end to put in my little mower, but it topped it off, and I mowed with that yesterday with the 13 yards. Yeah, the 13 yards that I did yesterday. It did all 13 yards. It's probably low on fuel again, real low, but you know, we'll see. but I mean, that's not bad. One tank of gas doing 12 or 13 yards. The only thing I have to compare it to is the John Deere that I had, the 20 horse Briggs & Stratton motor. This is the Kohler 24, but the Briggs & Stratton 20 horse on the same size deck in a very, very similar machine, I was only getting about 10 yards, and that thing would run out of gas in the middle of the 10th yard, and it would always be as far as away from the trailer as possible. It would never run out of gas right by the fuel jug. And it would never run out of gas when I only had a gallon in the 5-gallon jug. It ran out when I had it topped off, and it would be heavy as hell, and I got to drag it across the freaking yard. That's the only time I'd run out of gas. So on 10. So this one made it through 13 yesterday. It made it through 12 yesterday, or 2 days ago. So I mean, that seems pretty good. That's efficient, right? I did notice that the motor does burn some oil. My hour meter tells me to service oil, and like the time frame, I guess there's got to be a way to reset that, because I don't need it to tell me when to service the oil. I can just look at the hours and know, like, I need to do my 50-hour service now, so I'm going to do that this weekend. I don't need it to tell me that, but it actually said low oil, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and I checked the dipstick cold, and yeah, it was a little low on oil. It wasn't way low, but it was a little low on oil. It was like just barely registering on the dipstick. And I was like, man, what in the hell? So I put some oil in, I topped it off, and now it's good. Now it just says service oil. So when you start it up for a little while, it says service oil, SVC oil, and it flashes SVC oil, SVC oil. And it keeps going back and forth with that. But whatever. So I do like it. So far, I do recommend it. So far. Now, when the summer months are on us, and this grass is really, really, really thick, that's going to be the ultimate test. That's where we're really gonna have to see what's going on. I liked my John Deere 42 when I first got it also, but that was my first one, and I never had a mower like that before, so I loved the whole concept of sitting down and making money. I thought that was fantastic. So I've always had walk behind. So that new style mower, I really liked it. It was neat and all, but the deck was just too chintzy. It just wasn't commercial, and it just couldn't handle any of the thick stuff. It really became a struggle for me to get through my day with that mower, so I had to let that one go. Now we got this one. This one has a more commercial deck. It's not as commercial as it can be. It doesn't have 5, 6, or 7 inch deck. It's got a 4-inch deck, so that's a little bit less space for processing the clippings, but I think it'll be all right. So my initial review of the Gravely ZTx42 is a thumbs up. I'm not going to give it 2 thumbs up just yet. We'll have to see some more in a couple of months and see how it keeps going, and see how longevity works with it. And we're about to pull into my neighborhood where I have my first yard, so we're just going to drive right on by that, because I'm tired. We're going to go up the road here. We're going to drop off a couple invoices. We're going to get a stiff cup of coffee, because I need some strong coffee from my favorite place to get coffee up here in Pooler. And then we're just going to work our way down. We got the one in here to do, and then we're going to go into into the other neighborhood there and start knocking them out, and just try to get through our day, and try to just, I'd like to be done around 2, 3 o'clock at the latest, and then start returning calls and see what I can line up for customers, for new clients, and start doing $40, $50 estimates, start building up my base. So today we're going to be real close with the 10 yards we got to do. If I do the 10 of them, we would be very, very close to making goal. Very close, but not quite. So that's why we need to bring up some more of our yards. I need to bring up my prices. I need to drop a couple of these $30 yards, or pick up their neighbors for $40 and make $70 stops. You know what I'm saying? So I need to do something about my averaging. Just a little bit too low. 10 yards, I should have 400. I'm looking for that magic $40 a yard average. Some 30s, some 40s, some 50s to make a $40 a yard average would work for me. But that's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm willing to take this year and do that. So I just stopped by Lowe's too, from being here at my favorite place to get coffee, as you can see. Woo! Turn this off. I stopped by Lowe's to pick up a bag of weed and feeds. I always like to have at least a bag. You know, I got some Milorganite. I got some weed and feed. Now, I have Milorganite. I have a little bit of weed and feed left, but not enough to do a job. But I always want to have a bag, you know, at least a bag this time of year. And I come up here so many times a week that, you know, I can just buy one here, buy one there, and use it. You know, one bag, 10,000 square foot weed and feed, I'll do two yards with it. And one bag is normally, what, it's like 45 bucks with tax. And I charge each customer 40 bucks. So, you know, $35 made on a bag. And what do? You know, you run around the yard with a spreader, big deal. So, you know, it's not a huge money maker. Maybe if you had like 30 or 40 of those a day, like if you were one of them real, you know, if you really were an applier. I mean, if that's what you did, you're a licensed, insured, certified, you know, applicator, I should say, applicator. You know, you go around, you buy them in bulk, you go to Lesco, or maybe you order online, you know, buy the pallet. And you know, now you're paying like 22, 23 bucks a bag, as opposed to 40 something bucks a bag if you could buy them in bulk. But it also depends on the square footage too, how far it goes. So these go 10,000 square feet, these bags. So, you know, whatever. The main thing that I do it for, I don't do the weed and feed for profit, really. I just don't. If I never touch fertilizer or weed and feed ever again in my life, I wouldn't be, you know, sad about that. That'd be fine with me. I do it just because there's certain customers that, you know, they hire me to mow their lawn and they ask me, and you'll be able to do the treatment and stuff like that. So like if it needs weed killer or something, you'll be, yep, I can do it. Because I don't want that customer to be like, well, I kind of want a one-stop shop. So, see you later. You know, so I sell somebody on a lawn for 40 bucks and I'm in and out in 30 minutes. I don't want to lose that 40 bucks in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, so I kind of bite the bullet and I just do it. But, you know, I just invested $80 because they're on sale. I went in there to grab a bag and it was $41 and... it's weird. It's priced weird. It's like $41.98 or something like that a bag. Well, who the hell does 98? Isn't it like $41.99? And can we just make it 42? So, so whatever, you know, it was on sale for 37 something, under 38 bucks. I was like, oh well, hell, you know, I mean that's gonna save me $3 a bag plus tax. So that's saving me a little over $3 per bag. So I'm gonna buy 2 bags. So I bought 2 bags. So the $6 that I saved pretty much makes it where, you know, I'm now going to make $40 on each bag. So I paid $80 and change for these 2 bags, and when I put them out, I'm going to make at least 160 bucks on these 2 bags. So I'm going to make 80 bucks on this $80 investment, which is fine. But I don't like to even spread the 80 bucks out. I don't want to spend the 80 bucks. I just spent 80 bucks with no guarantee I'm even going to use this weed and feed. Chances are I'm going to on this guy's yard right here, because last year they had me weed and feed and it worked really good. It killed a thistle. It did a great job using just this stuff here. So they might ask me to do the weed and feed. You know, I don't know. I might come around the corner and the yard might be done. That's the house I need to pressure wash down there too. I don't know when the hell I'm going to do that. But this one is a regular customer and the neighbor. It's supposed to include the neighbor from now on too. So I guess we'll just have to see. Almost looks like the neighbor's been cut, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I've never done the neighbor. So if it was cut, it was cut. Let me see what's going on and I will update you guys. So the good news is I picked up that neighbor's yard. The bad news is I picked up that neighbor's yard. So it was a first time cut and it was my first time being there, so you know it didn't have the trimmer's touch. So, you know, you spend a little extra time in the edging and on the beds and stuff, but hey, it's right next door. I couldn't resist. And I did put down a application of weed and feed at my customer's house. I figured I was going to, which was why I wanted to stop and get a bag, and that panned out. So of the $80 and some odd cents that I spent on weed and feed, I used a 5,000 square foot. I used about half of the 10,000 square foot bag. I used about half of the 5,000 square foot, or half of the 10,000 square foot bag, and charged the $40. So that $40 turns into that bought that bag. Now one more application and of $40, and then boom, I got my 80 bucks back, and now I have a bag to make 80 bucks on. So you know, that kind of works out pretty nice. This lady's looking down at her phone and has no idea I'm sitting behind her at the intersection. So do I blow my horn? And this guy's like, what? Hello? Busted. So she just looked back like, oh! That's funny. So, you know, we got the potential of making some extra money today and putting us well over our daily goal. So right now I have to take $80 out of my profit for the day. So I was asked a question yesterday. The guy said, when I talk about making my daily goal, is that before or after expenses like taxes and stuff? Okay, that's before taxes, but that's after what I spent, but not including gas, because gas goes all week. So I don't want to say, well, I spent 40 bucks in gas today, so, you know, I'm out 40 bucks. That's just not a fair thing. I'm looking for $400 a day after any major expenses. And what a major expense is, throwing 50 bucks to a guy to help me out with some labor. Buying $60 or, you know, $50 for a 15-gallon drum of bleach. That comes off of that day's profit. I just do it that way. I don't know why, I just do. But I shouldn't, but I do. Because I don't just head out to do one yard or one house, you know what I'm saying? I don't head out to do one $70 pressure wash job. You're gonna get mixed in with a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll say, if I gotta go buy bleach, I go buy bleach, and I take it out that day. Labor, bleach, fertilizer. So we're out 80 bucks on fertilizer right now. So I just made 40 of it back. So now all I got to do is take my day's income, which we were really, really close to making goal. If I get all 10 or 9 or 10 of my yards done today, if I get them all done, we're really, really close to making goal. But now I got to take $40 out. So I got to try to sell $40 worth of weed and feed somewhere. I got to try. Even if it's like a $20 or $30 front yard only for a customer. If I catch a customer at home and I can say, hey, now's the time, let's get it down before this rain comes. If I can sell it, if I can do it, you know what I mean, then we make that money back. And so I'm going to try to do that. So I'd like to make goal today and come out with a bag of weed and feed that I can sell to my customers next week when I'm out mowing again. You know, I can spread it out. So let's talk about weed and feed. Let's talk about application. There's no such thing as a half a dose, okay? You don't want to wound the weeds. You want to kill the weeds. You don't want to slightly green your grass, but you don't want it to be so green that it's obnoxious, that everyone's like just hating on you because, you know, you got the greenest grass in the neighborhood. No, you put weed and feed down, turf builder down, iron down, nitrogen down, lime down. You put it down because the surface that you're putting it on requires it, so you put the proper amount down, or you don't put it down at all. Right? Does that make sense? That makes sense. To me, it makes sense. Don't put it down if you're not going to do it right. Okay? So I watched a guy who has a fertilizing application company show up in his car, and he's got the little, the small, cheap little fertilizer spreader, and he pulls out a 5,000 square foot bag of the cheapest fertilizer. Shit, hold on. Okay guys, sorry, that was the wife, and when the wife calls right now, you know, you gotta answer to see what's going on with her, but everything's okay. So this guy shows up with a little car and a little Scott's Bonus S weed fertilizer thingy, whatever, you know, and that's what I use too. But that's because that's, you know, it's not something that I do very often, but this guy does this for a living. I mean, it's just magnets on his car, it's his advertisement. He shows up with one of them really, really small 5,000 square foot bags of the cheapest shit that you could find. I don't remember the name, but I've seen it at Lowe's. It's like the cheapest crap. And he puts maybe half the bag into his hopper, and he did the yard. He fertilized the people's yard. Then he pulled out a little battery powered blower, and he blew off the yard, and he left. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is this shit? How in the hell are you going to charge a customer even $10 for that? You didn't do anything. You didn't put crap down in that person's yard. You did nothing for that property. So the cool thing is I did the weed and feed right next door. And so, you know, I put it down the way it's supposed to be put down. I put it down nice and healthy like. So I'm looking forward to see the difference between the two. I just don't understand it. I mean, even if it's like, oh, well, they puts it down every 2 months. I don't care what you put down. You still put the proper amount down. You still got to put the proper square footage down. And these people have about a 5,000 square foot yard. And he might have put down enough for 2,000 square feet. And I look at that, and I'm like, man, that's the crap. That's the crap that ruins the reputation for all of us guys out here, you know? Ooh, woodpecker. One of them red-headed woodpeckers. So, you know, what are you gonna do? I just saw that and it just irritated me because it makes us all look bad, you know, and little fly-by-night companies like that, then, you know, these people, they don't want to use companies like us. They want to use other companies, bigger companies, you know, or like True Green or something, and it just makes us look bad. It's just upsetting. But anyways, that's my gripe for the day. Oh, this is a yard that's wasn't on my schedule, but he is now. I've done them before, so I'm going to do them again, and I might be able to sell them on a weed and feed. This is an easy yard. He likes to cut down low, so this would be great for the Gravely. So we grew by 3 lawns today. I told you yesterday, did I not tell you yesterday in yesterday's vlog that today's going to get bigger? It's bigger. 3 more. 3 new ones today we got to get done. So look at this, huh? Do you guys remember this yard from last year? Do you remember me cross-blading this? This is the first time I ever cross-bladed. I used my 32-inch. But, yeah, I got an old customer called me back. I thought it was just last year. Just last summer while he was overseas, and he said, no, please continue. So I'm like, okay. So this one wasn't on the schedule, but I just did it. This one's not on the schedule, but I'm gonna do it. And actually, no, I'm not. That one don't need it. It's only been like 10 days, so I'm gonna wait. This one I'm gonna do. She's on the schedule right now, so I'll try to get her done because I can't do her yard when it rains. So if I don't get it done today, it ain't gonna happen tomorrow. And holy crap, man, my phone is blowing up. I'm just sending everyone straight to freaking voicemail. Unbelievable. And one guy's like being really persistent. Look at it, 3 times he called. Pain in the ass. But for me, not even advertising, it's through the roof, man. It's blowing up through the roof. Unbelievable how much business I'm getting again this year. And some people are calling me saying that they have my magnet from last year. New customers, so rock on. And a lot of it's word of mouth. So, you know, once you get to like 65, 70 accounts, your business just grows. So let me go ahead and get this one done. I did her 2 weeks ago yesterday. And I think she wants a weed and feed, so I'm going to try to get this done and get the weed and feed done, and that'll put us at zero balance on expenses, and then any other weed and feeds that I do will be profit. So let's get this one done. I love it when a plan comes together. All done. And I made back my money on the weed and feed. I put down the rest of the weed and feed. So now I have a whole bag of weed and feed to now make profit on. Very nice. So we got 3 done. This one right here is going to be 4, but this one, man, this one's probably going to be a bitch. Backyard is probably going to be hell. I got 1, 2, 3 I'd like to get done in this neighborhood before the rain comes. If I can do that, then that'll be 7 for the day so far. 7's not bad. That will leave 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. I told you my day was gonna freaking grow. It's growing. Okay, so we are working. We're working. All right, I raised this guy up from 30 to 40. Last year he had a $30 price because I was breaking into the neighborhood. And so he called me, and you know, and I was like, oh, I thought I was just doing it last year. I said, all right, let me see what I can do, get you done today. So I got to his house and called him up and said, hey, listen, I should have told you earlier, but there's a price difference this year from last year. I'm up to market price. So if you want to continue service, it's $40 for everything like we did last year. And he was like, oh, okay, great, yeah, that's no problem. And then I sold him on a weed and feed. So I did a weed and feed. So now we are profiting. We're in the black now on the weed and feed. So we started out 80 in the hole. Now we're 40 above, and I have enough weed and feed to do one more house. So that's really cool. So we got 40 there. So that's 80 bucks accomplished today that I wasn't even really planning on doing, plus a different 40 bucks. So we got $120 in surprise money today. I wasn't really planning on doing, but we got it. It's almost 2 o'clock, about 5 minutes to 2, and I am seriously dragging ass like there is absolutely no tomorrow. I mean, I'm really seriously dragging. I got this one here to do, which is an easy one. It's all big mow. Then I got another one that's all big mow, and then I have a new one I gotta go check out and try to get done. It looks like the rain's holding off for a little bit here. So if I do these next 3, that'll leave 3, and we're just gonna see what we can do here. 2 of them being my direct neighbor. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so the last time I was here at this yard 2 weeks ago, the husband asked me about grass seed and what to do, and you know, should he plug, should he aerate, should he do all these fancy things? I was like, nope, just go to the store, rake your yard, just rake your yard, make little rake marks, go to the hardware store, Home Depot, and measure the area you want to do and go buy 150% in seed. So in other words, if you measured out 5,000 square feet, go buy 7,500 square feet worth of seed, centipede seed. Spread it out, all in that area, overspread it, and water the shit out of it for the next 3 weeks. Twice a day, every day, water it for 3 weeks. And then go to once a day for the next 2 weeks, and then let nature take its course after that. He's like, really? I said, yep. And he's like, why put so much seed down? I said, because the bird's gonna eat it. Half the shit you buy is garbage. So if you know that right off the bat, if you don't want to pay somebody hundreds of dollars to do this, do it yourself. It'll cost you about 80 bucks in seed. And there you go. Man, I opened that back gate, and there's all these fine green hairs all rooted in. And man, is that nice, because that yard is nothing but a damn dirt pit. So that's really nice that it looks like we're gonna have I'm gonna have an opportunity to do some nice, clean mowing and not be so nasty. So Alright, now I am going to do this yard. This is another quickie, a cut and run, $30 cut and run, but hey, I added up everybody, right? So I took everybody that I did today, I added their fertilizer, I removed my initial cost of the fertilizer, and I'm averaging right now, once I do this yard and one more $30 yard, $36 a yard. Okay? $36 a yard. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, that's after taking the $80 out of the $120 that I've added to my income today for fertilizer. I still have $40 worth of fertilizer to spread for, you know, for profit. But when you take all the money that I've earned minus expenses of the fertilizer, I'll be at $36 average a lawn. And if I can get rid of this one more piece of fertilizer, that's going to bring me up substantially. That's going to bring my average up a lot. That would be let me see, 290 plus 40 is 330, so that's 33. So 8 clients going to 33 4 times. So I'd go from 36 something an hour to 40. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, if I add 40 to the 290, that's 330. 8 goes into 330 4 times. That'd be 32. So that'd be $40 average. We'd be looking at about $40 average here. Man, something don't seem right about that. No, I guess it is. Yeah, it is. That'd be $40 and some odd cents average if I could just get rid of one more $40 fertilizer job. That brings my average up, my daily average up, or my lawn average up. And remember, that's the name of the game. It's not necessarily to work harder, but it's to make more money with less clients. And, you know, by getting the extras, that's big if you can get the extras. Weed and feed is big. That's, you know, that's a big one. And trimming up trees is a big one too. So pressure washing, that's a big one. So if you could do those things, you know, you can make a little extra money and bring your average up. I would love to roll out of here with a $40 average. I mean, that's perfect. That's exactly what I would want. And then I got 3 yards left that are a $40 average. 2 30s and 160. So that's 120 bucks. 3 goes into 120, 40. So if I would maintain a $40 average if I could do that. So I don't know, maybe these people will let me do a weed and feed. The husband's home. I guess we'll find out. I'll be back. It's 2:30 and I got 2 more yards that I really want to get done today. This one and a brand new one. And that leaves 3 on the schedule. One of them can be done next week, and the other 2 are my neighbors that I could do tomorrow when I sharpen blades and shit. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't feel like working late. I just finished my 40th yard this week, and I did not work Monday because we had to take care of the wife. So, but I just finished my 40th yard. I'm starting my 41st yard in 4 days, and a lot of it is all first-time cuts for the season. And then you add to it fertilizers, and I don't have a gas-powered fertilizer, man. So I'm tired, man, I'm tired, but we're doing it, we're getting it done. It's 2016 lawn care season, man. Take no prisoners. Okay, so a woman just stopped me while I was blowing off the street, and she's like, hey, how much to do the yard? I just need it mowed. I said, well, where are you at? She's like, right here, $3.95. I was like, oh, $3.95? That's extra. She's like, why is that? I'm just kidding. Why would your address be extra? Poor thing. So she's like, just mow it, just run it over with the mower, no edging, no weed eating, nothing. I said, do you have a fence? She's like, nope. I said, I'm there. So guess what? I'm here. I'm gonna do it right now. Well, we are done, guys. I'm done for the day. I'm tired, and I just did that new yard, and I did that cut and run, just cut and blow real quick. These were both $30 yards, so that added that $30 just cut and go just killed my average for the day. It killed it. So we went from 290 and add 30 to that to, so 320. So 320, but 9 clients. 9 clients into 320. That's only 3, so that's 27. So 5, 9 goes into 5. What, 5 times 9 is 45. So $35. So it brought my average down from 36 down to 35. So 35, man, that's like the bare minimum, man. $34, $35 a yard on average. Man, that's upsetting. That's a little bit low, but it was just a cut and run, so you know what I mean? It was just a cut and run. Not that big of a deal. I mean, I'll do them cut and runs all day long for 30 bucks. I'll take it. So, but man, my phone is blowing up. I probably have 6 or 7 saved messages of people calling me, wanting me to come by, and some are referrals, some are they have my magnet still from last year that was on their mailbox. Some was I seen you in the neighborhood, whatever. I got to assess. I have to look at them. I got to sit down. I got to catch my breath. Right now, I don't want to call anybody because I'm really, really tired. I got no sleep last night. 4 hours of sleep, 4.5 hours of sleep last night. That's it. Coming off of 42 yards in 4 days. I'm beat. I'm really beat. And I got 3 yards to do tomorrow. My neighbor, the one next door to her, and then one out here, which is a big $60 yard. And I don't want to go. Freaking hell! Oh, I don't want to show up there without the motivation to work hard, because she's a good paying client. So I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. That was the wife again. So as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying, but hey, we're good. I'm done with this week right now. Tomorrow we'll sharpen up some blades, change the oil, and head out and get the last 3 done. 2 of them being right here, 1 of them being over there. And you know what? If it's raining, I won't be heartbroken. They can all be pushed off to next week without a big deal. And my neighbor's wearing shorts above the knee. No. My neighbor's wearing shorts above the knee. Oh my goodness gracious. I gotta go over there and talk to him. Flip-flops with shorts above the knee. Oh, that's so 1980s. Alright, so guys, what a week. Week 2 is over. And we really don't have any more. All my accounts have been serviced. Let me put it to you like that. All my accounts have been serviced. I don't have any more clients that have not been cut at least once this year. So I'm looking forward to now shaking and baking, rocking and rolling, getting through these yards like there's no tomorrow. And any new clients we get, we are jacking the price. Obviously I'm tired. So I will see you guys later.